Speak over me. Miss Pew, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on. Listen, Miss Pew, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me.
Where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
You can go back with the bailiff. Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't.
Today, we're looking at a no-nonsense judge dealing with a classic sovereign citizen situation, and it goes completely off the rails. This woman came into court with a piece of paper full of so-called legal arguments, convinced it was her ticket to walk out free. Spoiler, that didn't happen. The whole thing is unpredictable from start to finish. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's get into it. No, it's not fine. You're really making things worse for yourself right now, and the judge knows it. I actually enjoy how calm and collected the judge stays while this woman keeps repeating the same line.
You're the what?
I'm the beneficiary of the estate.
You're the beneficiary of what estate? Answer my questions, please, ma'am. I'm just trying to understand.
Beneficiary of the estate.
Okay.
For the record, I recognize Miss Pew. She's been here before.
I do as well, for the record.
And I looked into Mr. Christopher Wiley. I can't find that person as a practicing lawyer in the state bar page, and I have not been contacted by anybody on Miss Pew's behalf.
All right, so Ms. Pugh, Mr. Lewis has been appointed to represent you at this point. Obviously, you know as well as anyone that you're in custody and we want to get your case taken care of. If you've hired or your family has hired another lawyer, then they have to contact the court so that we can do something with your case. And do you know if they've hired someone?
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree with your appointed foreign agents, considering that the first duty is to the state and will be considered conflict of interest.
Okay, so if you don't want, the only thing I can do, I'm appointing an attorney to you to help you, right? So if you don't want a court-appointed attorney, then your only option, two things. One is to represent yourself or to hire a lawyer. So if you don't like the way it works, then you do something different. So are you, listen to what I'm saying. Are you either going to represent yourself? Or are you going to let Mr. Lewis represent you? Or are you going to hire someone?
Objection, Your Honor. Respectfully, is this a court of record?
It is a court of record. So your objection's overruled.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, where is the verified claim that is being placed against my trust?
It's right here. It's called an indictment. And Mr. Lewis has a copy of it and he can show it to you. So that would be the verified claim against you.
Okay. Your Honor, respectfully, Your Honor, there were writs that was filed to the case that still haven't been received.
I've received your petition for writ of habeas corpus and it's denied.
Okay. Respectfully, Your Honor, I demand to be released due to lack of evidence of stated claim and not being given the proper opportunity to obtain proper counsel, defective defense.
It's overruled.
Okay.
You're running out, aren't you?
It's surprising how often people believe saying, "I don't consent," will somehow erase their charges. That's just not how the law works. What's interesting here is that she's polite, addressing the judge respectfully, but completely misguided. It makes you wonder what led her down this path in the first place. Reading this stuff online is one thing, but walking into court and trying it is another. Honestly, it's hard to watch without shaking your head. Let me know what you think, because I'm genuinely curious how others see this. And believe it or not, this wasn't the end. She actually came back for another hearing. At this point, the judge deserves credit for extraordinary patience. Imagine having to listen to the same arguments over and over. The judge stays calm, even when delivering sharp responses. And that's impressive to watch. Personally, I think she's handling the situation as well as anyone could. Let's jump into the next part and see if things go even further downhill. I could almost predict what she was going to say. It's that repetitive. Breaking down these arguments every day can be draining. Not only are
I appreciate your position, but listen,
Respectfully, Your Honor,
Miss Pew,
with
don't
my
speak over me.
incarceration- Respectfully, Your Honor, with my incarceration being
Miss
involved-
Pew, just because you say respectfully does not mean that you get to interrupt me. That's disrespectful, right? Hang on, listen to me. Everything you have there is overruled. And here's one of the reasons why, is because you have a lawyer. And your lawyer will file the appropriate motion. You're interrupting me again, which is disrespectful. So I'm going to leave Mr. Lewis as your attorney unless you choose to represent yourself or hire someone else. I'm going to give you 2 weeks to determine what you're going to do. You can go back. You can go back with the bailiff.
I do not agree or comply to your appointed
Go back.
agents.
You already said that, and that's overruled.
Duty is to the state.
Go back with the bailiff. Get your own attorney or represent yourself if you don't like it.
they based on misinformation, but they also waste the court's time and resources. To her credit, this time she didn't bring her script. Maybe she memorized it during her time in custody. If she decides to represent herself in this next hearing, though, the outcome won't be in her favor. Let's see what happens. In the end, I think this judge showed real professionalism. She stayed patient, gave every opportunity for the woman to explain herself, and only took stronger action when it was clear nothing productive was going to happen. Honestly, most people would have run out of patience much earlier. It's unfortunate to watch someone head down this path, but at the same time, the way the judge manages it is worth seeing. Let me know in the comments what you thought about how the judge handled everything. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit like and subscribe for more courtroom coverage. Thanks for watching, and take care.
Mr. Jeffries has been appointed to represent you. He's just been given, he's trying to get caught up real quickly on all the information and the discovery in your case. I'm going to reset your case so that he can get all of that. Once he gets it, he'll be out there to go over it with you, and we'll see if we can get an announcement at the next court date.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I do not agree to comply with any of your appointed court agents, considering that their first duty is to the state.
I understand. We've had this conversation before.
And for your record, I'll be representing myself.
So if you want to represent yourself, there's some things. Miss Pew, stop talking over me. If you want to stop talking over me. If you want to represent yourself, then there is a process that we have to go through, and we'll do that today. If that's what you want to do, we'll get your case set for trial and we'll go forward that way. It is highly inadvisable for you to represent yourself. Lawyers have many, many years of training. They understand the law. They understand how a trial works, because here's what happens. When you're in a trial and you represent yourself, you are expected to know and follow all of the rules of evidence, all the rules of procedure. And so you're really at a disadvantage if you don't know those things. And so you have to do everything just like the assistant district attorney would. And if you don't, you're going to be in front of a jury and it's going to show, and it's just not going to be, it usually does not work out in your benefit. But I have to go through with you some questions first before we do that. And then if you still want to do that, then there's a couple of things couple of options, and we'll go over those as well. Okay. So I am supposed to ask you, I'm going to go through these questions. I need you to answer them if you want to represent yourself, because this is required. All right. So have you ever studied the law? Okay. Have you ever represented yourself before in any kind of criminal matter? Okay. Do you understand the charges against you?
I'm never been accused of.
Okay. And so do you know, and we've gone over before, I think, what the range of punishment is if you're found guilty on a jury? Do you know what that is? Let's see. Hold on a second. Let me pull you up here. We'll go over that again as well. The date of that allegations from June 22nd of 2021. And what that means is if you're found guilty, that the range of punishment that the jury could give you is between 2 years as a minimum punishment up to 10 years in prison, anywhere in between. Do you understand? And you answer out loud just for the record.
Do I understand? No, I don't understand.
What do you not understand?